Don't blink if you're buying. Welcome to our show. Because I'm doing well because I'm having a wonderful day on the 6th of August 2025. Busy today, which is the check of the video. This is part 2 of self-harm. Don't worry, there's no physical warning, there's no trigger warning. Everything is a-okay. I'm not in distress. But if you're in distress, there's a number for that. Please call them. I don't know where you guys are from, so I cannot give every single country's number because I'll be there for 10 hours, which I'm usually used to. But tonight, I have a lot to do. Last week we did a video on self-harm and what it meant to us and ways people self-harm wasn't physical, right? And today, I had a person come in, right? And she always does the same, and I'm always a sucker for it. She'll put a lot of thirst trap on a application like I don't know, I don't know if I should say because then you're gonna know. She don't watch the video, but she's still my sixth. Yeah, she's my number 600 followers. I made sure she was. So she doesn't want the video because she could watch. She'll post thirst trap on Instagram and I'll fall for it and then she'll talk. And this morning she was talking about this guy that she likes. Of course, to me because I guess I'm in the friend zone now, right? She was self-sabotaging a lot. She was finding issues. She finding a reason as to why she shouldn't date that guy or shouldn't go see that guy. And it's kind of crazy because yesterday I was very lucid. Not that I'm not always lucid, but like I said, there's good ADHD day, there's bad ADHD day. I felt very lucid in ways that I was like, hey, guess what? What I'm able to achieve, what I'm able to do is great, it's amazing. But let's take a break. And usually I don't take break during the days that I'm better because again, these are worth gold. They're worth their weight of gold. For example, 24 hours compared to 24 hours of chaos, the 24 hours, right? And she told me, and I was very lucid yesterday, and I spat out some truth. I was actually impressed with my answer. It just came naturally. Now, of course, I have a past of being with girls like that. I like broken girls, I like girls that don't care. And my best friend for 10 years was a girl that was getting to a relationship. She was hypersexual. And there's gonna be some sexual talk in there, so if you're not 18, please get out of here. Get out of here. Don't worry, you can watch this video, but in a couple of months, when the new AI policy will go through, this will be age restricted. What ended up happening was my best friend for 10 years, she was the same way. So I wrote to her some piece of content. Again, I don't think I'm doing something wrong because I don't name her, but what I wrote. So she was looking for excuses and she was talking about sex a lot, and she was describing herself in a very very selling points, but more so I'm actually a catch. And usually when you say a girl will sell herself, usually a catch, it will be like I'm nice, I'm kind, I'm a good mom, I'm a kind person, I treat people well, I know how to cook, typical stuff. And she wrote something like, I got a fat ass, and she was talking about this guy, and he's in other states because she's in America. And I was like, I'm looking to book a flight. I said, go ahead, you have to take a risk in life, otherwise you're gonna miss out on lots. Worst come to worst, you get a good fuck because she was horny. And her answer was, worst comes to worst, I don't get a good fuck. So I was like, yeah, you see, so this is the type. And then it was lasting for 30 minutes and 40 minutes, and then she was constantly explaining some interest in him, but also coming back at it. So and then I like to bully people that I care about. I like to bully them because, again, most of the people I care about are women, and I was supposed to have a sister. So yeah, yikes. So she says, she talked about red flag, and I was kind of tired of it because I was like, dude, you're looking for excuses. You want me to tell you to block that guy. You want me to tell you that, you're worth more. Like, you're a catch. Like, I'm not gonna tell you that. I'm not gonna tell you that. I think you're a catch. However, it's not for me to tell you. I'm not a simp. You're gonna have to find some own confidence. And if you don't find your own confidence, find confidence from men who don't care about you and just want to see your body. I already saw your body. It's amazing, but that's not what I'm looking for. So I told her the only red flag is that you invent red flags so you don't get hurt in the process. Which, again, we're gonna be reading what I wrote, which is straight up. Um, I think it was fire. I think it was hella low key, cool, as the kid would say, right? The kids say that, right? Kids that are not supposed to watch this video are saying this in a video they're not supposed to watch. Makes sense. And I didn't invent that. It's from a song called not Oops Up from Nothing Nowhere. Tired of falling out of love, tired of the rise and fall. I reach before stars, cause I don't wanna get my hopes up. Right? Of falling in the process of falling in love. You hypersexualize yourself because you don't want your emotional counterpart to be in plain sight. Now this again is from watching Howard Stern and the Eric the Actor saga. How he went to a strip club and they got him jonesing, and the guy, poor guy, his body is all effed up. So because his body is all effed up, doesn't have a lot of chance with girls. So once it states of woman, you want more woman, which is normal. You're making this fail by fear of it failing. See, so I was saying that, and to my surprise, she was like kind of down with it. She was like, "Yeah, you're right. I shouldn't do that to myself." And I was like, "No, you shouldn't. You're a good person. You deserve a lot." Sorry, the tower. And then I feel good about this because I'm the kind of guy that wants to help a lot. However, sometimes wanting to help is not enough. I won't say the right thing, or even worse, I'll say what you want to hear, which I don't mean. One of the first time I went with like classic ink, I went with being myself and kind of give you a effed up answer. However, I do mean this. Like what I said, I meant it. So it felt good to help, right? And last week in the video that I made, it's like about how I was helping others but not helping myself. It's like, okay, well, let's fix that. So I applied this to myself. And like I said, the idea for this video came tonight because I woke up. I woke up late, dude. I woke up at 5:40, but I need to sleep. I was tired, so I need to sleep. So I woke up at 4:40, something like that. I started streaming. It was, I can actually tell you, I started my day at 5:07. No, 5:17. Yeah. 5:17 because we've been recording the tower since I woke up. So the hours minus the time recorded, which gives you the time that you started. And already we did a lot. We did a couple of videos. We did a stream that was 40 minutes long. Because again, we didn't do that. We did 20 minutes of clips. Because right now I'm streaming more, which means I get to do more clips. Sounds off. Slack, you're not good. I'm tired of all these wondering on December. Every moment that I waste on holding on to one more chance, as if hope so close to me said I could forget it all. Now it's 3 a.m. and I'm on the phone when you're all alone, trying to change what is always end this way. Tired of falling out of love, tired of the rise and fall. I reach before stars, cause I don't wanna get my hopes up. That was my favorite song from Nothing Nowhere. I used to cry to this song, dude. Then I was like, I have to hurry because I have a video to do. I think I like to make a video of Lost, but I don't have the time to do so. Which kind of sucks. But at the same time, I have another video that I can do. Like, it's gonna take me 10-15 minutes, and that's gonna be okay. Plus, I have to upload the video before I leave, which will take me 20 minutes because I got a lot of videos to upload. So when I come back, we can upload everything. Yeah. So I realized that when I woke up, I realized how busy I was. I was in a rush because, and it's so stupid because, so my schedule today is super simple. From here to like an hour, I can do whatever I want. In an hour, I got a concert. I'll be back. I'll do a TikTok live in between my concert and the show that I want to watch. I want to watch shows from 9:30. That is quite simple. Don't worry, this is not soda. This is not soda that Tammy Slayton would say. See? No bubbles. Oh shit, some bubbles. Well, that made up that I possibly am not drinking water. And we're drinking this instead. Try to be healthy, try to like you guys. Call me Liver King. Call me Liver Queen. Every moment that I waste on holding on for one more chance. Is it worth the price I hold so close to me? Wish I could forget it all. Then from 9:30 to 5 I can just stream. Which is dumb because although I love streaming, I shouldn't be streaming 7 hours and a half a day. I got shit to do. Then we'll wake up. Thank God, because again, I think you go down just like Mariana Cross. Your beauty ever stopped me, Mariana Cross. Such a good song from a band that's been trying to make music for years. And nobody cared, right? So, kind of cool. Look into my... I'm very singing a song today. So, from 5, I have to make some videos. And then, when the phone's gonna die, which is at like 7 o'clock, I'm gonna be streaming the new season of Fortnite, which is starting tomorrow. So, kind of excited, kind of hype for it. As a kid would say nowadays. And that's pretty much it. So, why do we always try to keep ourselves busy? Why are we always so busy? Why can't I go on a day without? Because the goal would be to take a day off once in a while and just work and work and work and work and work and work, and then just continue, right? And all the rest that I need is on a day off. And I'm not able to do that, so I constantly have to balance out in between. I'm working too hard, or I'm working in a way where I feel like I'm allowing myself some respite. I'm allowing myself a normal amount of work for the day. I have more energy, more work. If I have less energy, less work. You know. And you're still being busy on a daily basis, which means that at the end, see, it's insane because when I think about it, I was streaming for 7 hours every single day. You know how much you work per week? 40 hours, which is 8 hours every single day, right? But in the week, maybe I did 35 hours. Because 7 times... No. Holy shit, I did 49 hours. Yeah. It's 7 times... I'm not good at math. 7 times 7 is what? 7 times 7. 7 times 6 is 36. 7 times 8 is 56. So 7 is 49. Yeah. You know what's funny about the 56, the 8 times 7? My father couldn't help me at school because he was a farmer's boy, so he didn't go to school himself. But the one thing he was good in, it was math. And we used to do my table of multiplication a lot. Well, that was a thing in the 90s where you had your 1 times 1, 2 times something, 3 times something, 4 times something, 5 times something, until 12, right? And if you could have that, you could get the whole thing. And I remember missing one question. I had 92%. And that question was 7 times 8. And my father for 45 minutes made me write down 7 times 8. Yeah, so 56. That's a crazy story, but again, my father didn't know much about school, so he couldn't help me, right? Which was kind of self-harm, because in a way, he was pushing me towards math and saying fuck it to everybody when he knows that our school is important because of how finding a job without school is, you know, and he knew that. So it was kind of counterproductive, but at the same time, the intention were good behind it. I'm going to help you with what I can help you. Am I self-harming by always putting this? And then, let's come back to the text that I sent. You're hypersexualizing yourself so your emotional counterpart doesn't suffer. I'm overworking so my emotional counterpart, everything that I... okay, so you know babies, right? Babies, they sleep 18 hours a day. Want to know why they sleep 18 hours a day? That's the amount of time the brain takes to process what they're learning. They're sponges, they absorb everything. And when they sleep, the brain is processing the information. And that's why they sleep so much. Um, if I'm working 16 hours a day, which is not true, I'm possibly working 12 hours a day, 13 hours a day. And it's doing something that I love, so I don't care. Am I doing this because I feel that if I don't do it, I'm gonna be subconsciously, of course. Um, I feel like I'm gonna have to face down some problem. I feel like I'm gonna face down some. I feel like I'm gonna face. I don't know. It's weird. It's not normal. Am I working like that because I want to work? Do I work like that because I gotta work? Good work ethic? Am I working like that because I'm insane, or I'm evading something? I'm evading my own reality. I'm evading my own life. The apartment is pretty small, and I have to clean it. So I'm gonna clean it tomorrow morning when I finish the videos. But for the moment, what I do is I have to put the bike in front of the door, the entry door, because I just got no space for it right now. And by doing this, it's kind of odd because I don't mind, and as long as I don't go out, I don't need the front door. So it's kind of space that is well used when I don't use it. It's like the foldable bed that came out of the wall. The foldable bed that came out of the wall. When you're done, you push it back on the wall, and you're done. It's like that a little bit, right? And it just worries me because if I'm evading something, this is toxic behavior enhanced by doing action. So, and toxic behavior enhanced by doing an action. Toxic behavior is I'm allowing this person to be the way they are because I'm forgiving them. Allowing myself to be the way I am because I forgive myself. I'm allowing myself to work harder because I forgive the fact that I am tired. See? And then, for some reason, and this is just like the lovesick person. For some reason, if I'm not entirely sleep deprived after a day, I say, oh, you didn't work hard enough, right? And then a couple of days and I go crazy, like this person that goes with a toxic guy or a toxic girl because they want to feel love. I had a guy come to the TikTok live, and this person is annoying. They're always worried. They always talk about themselves. They're always talking about this. And I met them through a mutual friend, and said mutual friend did a live. And again, am I saying they're annoying? Yes. But I understand where they're coming from. They're coming from a place of uncertainty. They're coming from a place of loneliness. They're coming from a place of overthinking. I was that way. I was that annoying guy. And if I'm being honest, I'm still that annoying guy. Trust me. And I went to the player center, and they were saying they exist. And they wrote it 8 times in a row. And I was like, oh my god, they're even worse with her. They're chill with me. They're relaxed with me. It's like F that, And I'm like, bro, that's not good. That's not bueno. But so that is the way they are. That's uncertainty. That's you're filling up a need, you're filling up a want. You're finding balance in the world. You're needing affection, so you go find it in the worst ways. You want to be alone, so you shut up everybody, even the person that you care about. Balance in a fucked up way. What did I say? Others, you're looking for red flags because you don't think it would work. See, my dream is to make content. Absolutely, don't get me wrong. My dream is to make content, and my dream will be to make content in a year, in 2 years, in 3 years, maybe in 50 years. I'm like, dude, maybe you should give up. And then by then I'll be 82 and possibly dead. Your boy's gonna die soon. Not soon, but one day. I know you're sad. I'm sad too. Are we that focused on? That's the thing. Do I want to do content creation for life? Yes. Is it my dream? Yes. Is it plan A? Yes. But do that mean that I feel bad about doing another job? No. I know there's another place I could be happy. I could be completely happy. I could be happy elsewhere. I could be fulfilled, feel important, feel fulfilled, feel that I have purpose, feel that I'm doing something that matters to someone or to a society. For example, what I'm doing right now, I'm cleaning the pavement of government building. Pressure washing cleaning. That's important. That is important. I did the library today. And the person nodded at me. And I was like, you're welcome. You're welcome. And even though they don't hire me for a long time, I'm still working, It's tough. It's tough. That nod meant that I did something right. Ultimately speaking, do I care about the payment? No. Does that mean that other people don't care? It doesn't. Other people don't. Oh, what if other people care? See, I'm gonna go in about 20 minutes. Not even. I have to go in about 10 minutes to be honest. To a concert that the city is making is doing. Am I happy that we have concert? Absolutely. If it was last year when I went, no, I didn't have the time. You know. So why am I so hell bent on finding a job? Why am I so hell bent on making content when there's a possibility that I could? There's a large possibility that I could make. Have as much fun, as a good life doing another job. Well, the truth is, I just had a job for 8 years, and that job disappeared. It just closed, and I was aware of it was closing. But when it closed for real, it's like holy shit, you know. So maybe I don't want to go through that again. I don't want to go to a place where I'm gonna get attached just for it to close in 10 years. And that the perception is insane. I don't want to go to a place to work for 10 years. 10 years is a large amount. It's a third of my life. Just for it to close and be like, oh, dude, you have to find something else. You know, the people that you love, yeah, they're gone. You know, the place that you felt that's like a second home, yeah, it's gone. You know? So maybe because I want to do content and I'll be self-reliant, I won't need people to say, hey, today you're working, today you're not working. Hey, this place is going to close, this place is not going to close. You know? Because the thing with me is I won't close. However, when social media close? I don't know. It's all the question. Mark. Who's Mark? I don't know. I think he's like a nice guy. It's complex. It's very complex. Because there's no answer. There's no Powerball. There's no exact answer. The answer that you're gonna get is gonna be an answer that you don't want. And that's life. Figure out things. See, the thing with life, which is fun, is there's no answer. There's an answer that works for now, but it'll change. You'll have to ask yourself the same question until the question doesn't matter anymore. What do I want to do in life? I want to do this. Okay, well, this didn't work. What am I supposed to do? Well, I want to do this. Well, this doesn't work. What do I want to do? I'm going to do this. This doesn't work. So then I'm finding a job that I don't care about, but I find myself loving it. I'm like, okay, well, guess what? If that's my life, I'm happy. So the original question of what's next doesn't matter. Because what was next was something that you didn't expect. Understand? So yeah, it's a kind of a complexity of complex. It's very complex. I don't know what to do. I'm self-harming in a way where I'm not allowing myself to live plentiful. And I blame working on not being able to live plentiful because I'm doing something that I find constructive, finding something that I find positive. How many people are freaking rich when they're older and don't have anybody to spend it with? They don't have time to spend it. And you're like, why did I work? I should have enjoyed my youth, you know? Now it's my great years are gone. Now I'm in my less worst year. After 40, forget about it. It goes down the hill from there. It's in 8 years. You know? And lastly, what did we say? You're hypersexualizing yourself. You're making it fail by fear of failure. The exact reason as to why we're not doing anything else is because I'm doing this and this is important. I'm not taking a risk. If I take a risk, I am not willing to take a risk because I'm not willing to risk it. Simple as this. Yeah, that's a long video, huh? Anyway, I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. And note at the end, yeah, I have to do my outro better because my outros are slack. Note at the end, I don't freaking know. Listen to your guts. Ask people for advice. And if your guts and the people that tell you the advice are saying the same thing, maybe they're right. And if they're right, you should consider it. Don't do it, but consider it. And then you're gonna start considering other options than the one that you're always choosing. And then the mentality, the what you call it, the materialize. What is that? Materialize, I think. When you put something out there, and because you put it out there, it happens. I don't know what's it called, but there's a word for that. You put something in the universe, and the universe gives it back. I was watching something from MGK, and people were asking, why is your music so different? He said, I wrote an album on a 4-day fast of only water. And he was like, oh, the universe gave me a library. I'm like, bro, people are gonna say that's crazy, but if he's right, then he's the sane one, not you guys. You know? It's not your wish. There's no word for it. Fuck it. Do that. The more you think about other perception, the more they become a reality. The more they become a reality, the more you're likely to do them. Anyway, love you guys. Take it easy. Peace.